black female was a Jamaican woman that was my we'll say she was my trainer. And it was something that I tried to she asked me a question that I didn't have the answer to, and I tried to kind of finesse the answer out, and let's just say it didn't work out. And she said something really slick, but and it really annoyed the fuck out of me, but it's something that we quickly got over it. And she said, just say I don't know, in front of a group. And she said, just say I don't know. And this was like a manager training thing. And one of my biggest pet peeves is looking stupid. And this is one of the few times that I honestly got caught. Like I just got tricked. I got crossed up. And it is what it is. That's what we're going to talk about today. What's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video. I am your host of Everybody Hates Black Men, where we keep it real even when it hurts. Now, this is technically a struggle stream in my car because I really don't give a fuck, as John Travolta would say in the movie Face Off, which is a very, very good movie. Anyway, a lot of memes in that movie. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? Today, what we're going to talk about really quick is I'm going to go over some of the statements that I made on Bernard's, that I made towards the end. It was like I was on there the last 30 minutes. And it had to do with Tommy was the topic of conversation, although it was a lot of other people being talked about. And also I'm going to talk about this guy by the name of Randy Booker, very good friend of O'Shea, has about 300,000 subscribers. And I'll share the video on my community tab. And he was talking about echo chambers. And this is not really at Randy, but I did want to give him his props. One of the things that he was doing, well, he wasn't talking about echo chambers, really talking about DJ Envy, saying that Kevin Samuels is lame and whatever. All you got to do with DJ Envy is to understand Envy is go to Damon Dash and play that clip, one of the more famous clips of the Breakfast Club, and play the clip about with the exchange between DJ Envy and Damon Dash when it comes to a boss. That tells you everything you need to know about DJ Envy and why he tries to perceive Kevin as being lame. DJ Envy is a 9 to 5 dude. And I'm not saying he's never hustled in his life. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is he's very comfortable in a job. And the fact that he's been there as long as he has and all that says a lot of that. He may have some entrepreneurial things that he does, whatever, but the majority of where his power and his sense of self comes from is the Breakfast Club. So he's always going to try to look down upon stuff. And let's be clear here. It's easy. It's being on the side of black women's feelings is always going to be the easy move. It's always going to be the easy move. And so what it tells you is these dudes don't give a fuck about what's real or what's not. They just, because he was talking to a woman, and the woman was, she was in her about Kevin, like always. And you notice, by the way, that none of these people Kevin would not have got as big as he got if he had more people that didn't like him than did. So you notice how these people never want to reach out to people to actually support Kevin. And to be fair, like I said on Bernard's shit real quick, but I said a lot more negative than positive. When I just to show you what did I do last night? Appreciate the $5 super chat. Appreciate the $10 cash app from Utopia. I definitely appreciate her support. There's a couple of others that cash app me, and I'll big y'all up later. Just as a reminder, that Tasha K interview will come up at 9 o'clock today, which is probably like in a few minutes. I'm probably going to wait for it to all the way go down so I can hit it at multiple playback speed because I got other things to do. But anyway, just to remind you all of that. I definitely want y'all to create TikToks as well because I'm going to be doing some lives on TikTok, but I got to get to 1,000 to do that. So I haven't shared my link yet, but I want y'all to have that what it is. Just create the app, let it go, do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. It ain't gonna kill you. Even y'all get me that 1,000 would actually help me do lives and help me grow it. So anyway, back to what we're gonna do. What did I do? I didn't sit there and get on my high horse and start throwing Tommy under the bus or tell that woman, why are you listening to him, as far as you shouldn't be. I put that shit aside, and I took that as an opportunity because, we don't have a lot of women on my show. And I do that so people can understand how I actually interact with women. Because people will have this belief, oh, you hate women, blah, blah. Like, I've never had really a bad, on my channel, And I've never had like a bad dust up, right? So anyway, I asked, y'all saw the questions, and I might clip it out. And I asked her, I said, so what attracted you to Tommy versus blah blah blah? She get asked her honest questions, honest answers, and we got a lot of stuff moved along, and that's how you do it. None of these motherfuckers will ever sit there and ask women or do a clubhouse or a panel saying what is the attraction to Kevin? Why Kevin? What is? Do you listen to other dating gurus or whatever? What makes him um stand out to you, like from a marketing, what peer group thing where you want to understand what people like about what they like, right? I think David Carroll has probably hit the best nail on the head as far as people that's not in the man's. But boy, I tell you, this gas shit is crazy, yo. It feels good to have a fill up. But anyway, and then I almost went out of my tire, man. These lines are insane. But yeah, so anyway, so I live what I say. I don't just say shit just to say shit. That I don't expect anybody to do something I wouldn't do. I would never broadcast that out from a judgment standpoint, because then I would be full of shit. And I said it on Bernard's thing, and I made it very clear. You all have heard me as far as my criticisms of Jason Black. You've heard it. Like, nobody is above criticism for me. That's and I'm not big on trying to critique others, but if people want to sit here and take their shots, I'm going to defend the Black manosphere. This is why I really didn't care about Coach Greg Adams or necessarily, like, I fuck with Donovan, but Donovan is doing his own thing, and I wish his success. And I think he still has value in the manosphere, but for me to try to say something or give my opinion. But when he started going after Kevin, that did. And this is and the point is, I everybody knows, you know, the people that I typically, as far as respect or as far as their content, what they've done, blah blah blah. But see, I don't see the same thing with a lot of y'all. And when I say y'all, I mean, I said this. And by the way, Tommy heard what the fuck I said, because he gave Bernard a $100 super chat right as I hopped off. So he heard what I said. And I'm glad he heard what I said. And the reality of it is, I don't really care about him one way or the other. As BGS Igmore has stated, he's an entertainer. So I don't take it that seriously. The issue is not so much him. The issue is this idea of a bunch of rowdy ass Negroes, which I know how you all are. You all are the Highlander motherfuckers. I'm not talking about my audience. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to him, he gets this pass. But then these will be the same motherfuckers that want to sit here and get mad that Kevin is getting that kind of... I kind of think people are upset because Kevin's getting the respect that they think Tommy had. I know Angry Man made a statement alluding that I think Tommy should be the one that's at that level. I don't know what happened to the opportunities Tommy had. I don't know. Maybe this is what happens when you beef with people all the fucking time, that you don't get that railgun effect that you otherwise could. And some of this shit is luck. It's preparation with luck. Look, I'm not going to act. Look, Kevin is not where he is because he is the absolute best of us, bar none. That is not what I'm saying. Part of it, now, I will say this, he was absolute, ooh, shit. You really, look at this bullshit. That fucking truck really fucking, wow. You really switch lanes like that. Man, oh man, you had me get on accident on a fucking live, you piece of, and he is still doing it. I hope he hits somebody. Anyway, I got this fucking soda, orange soda in my drink. This nigga is switching. Like, how are you in a damn box truck switching lanes like that? What? Man, that shit almost fucked me up. Anyway, man, fuck Capitol Boulevard. Anyway, like I was saying, appreciate Justin March with the $5 sticker. Anyway, this is why I'm glad I'm a defensive driver. And then you get back in the same... I wish I could have recorded what this motherfucker did. This motherfucker switched 3 lanes. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lane street. He switched 3 lanes only to wind up in the same fucking lane that he started in. And he hasn't made a turn. And it's a city street, so it's like multiple lights. You know, the typical big street that's a hood street. That's what Capitol Boulevard pretty much is. Anyway, this shit is about to fuck me up. Anyway, like I was saying before, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. Period. And I'm not here to tell you all what I think is right should be what you think is right. I'm not here to tell you what your code should be. But a lot of folks try to act like they got a code. And I know dudes that have been shitted on, content creators that have put in work, and then they've held grudges for like blood debts, life blood debt feuds with people, and they have been fucked with a lot worse, and they've let it go. So it's like that the biggest shit, man. That dude is still switching these lanes, man. The biggest thing that I see is just the utter hypocrisy of it. And as an audience, and I started talking shit about the audience a lot too, saying y'all drive a lot of this shit. Like as far as this gossipy bullshit that these dudes do. It really, and so I'm not gonna ignore that. And my thing is y'all need to do more observing how people move. And I'm not even talking about Tommy, I'm talking even people in this space. Because, you know, no matter what I say about somebody, I'm always paying attention. That mind's eye is always wide the fuck open. Even when I'm running my mouth. And at the end of the day, y'all, too many of y'all are angry. Y'all, when I say y'all, now I'm talking about content creators, they feel like this space owes them something. And then if it doesn't give it to them what they owe, or if somebody else gets what they think they're owed, they get angry at this space. And they start basically supporting enemies of this space. And they may not do it wholesale, but they'll kind of play with the dark side of the force a little bit and expect nobody to pay attention to that shit. And I'm here to tell you, y'all are gonna get mad. Some of y'all are gonna be mad as fuck. Because real talk, there's gonna be people that's going to pass you. Perfect example, Poor Man's Podcast. Not Poor Black Man. That's a I ain't gonna start calling people names. But Poor Man's Podcast, young dude. He's already at like I think 30,000 subscribers. He got started 6 months ago. Shout out to all the motherfuckers that can't shut the fuck up about putting your face on camera, which helps you grow. He's one of your examples. I get that. I'm still not going to do it because I don't give a fuck. I have my own reasons not to do that. It has nothing to do with me hiding. It's that I'm in other places on YouTube. That's kind of the biggest reason why I don't do it. And then people going to feel some type of way. You know, Dr. Tiasan Johnson, I think, will accelerate and grow. Dennis Sperling, because they bring things outside of the thing into it. And so their credibility allows it easy for an audience to kind of settle with them. And obviously they got things that contribute to, as far as credibility and as far as acumen. So it makes sense to railgun them. I think Bernard is going to pop too. And it's okay. It doesn't matter how long you've been on YouTube. It does, and this is not just at Tommy. This is not even mainly at Tommy. I'm talking about us. It doesn't matter. YouTube is like you got people like Mr. Research and people that have lost channels and never gotten them back on some bullshit. It doesn't matter. YouTube is a what have you done me lately type of platform. It's not like they don't really have authority. It's whoever's driving the views. And Glenn and Cameron said it best too, because Glenn and Cameron has a 100,000 view channel that pretty much stagnated in a lot of ways that he's worked. I've seen him work very, very hard in order to reconstitute. Doing a lot of experimentation, a lot of different things, and really staying positive along the way. And his stuff kind of came up during the storage auction thing, and as he's gotten away from that, YouTube has kind of slowed his stuff down. And it's almost to the point where his Savage Finance channel is going to probably outdo his other channel sooner or later. And it's a great channel. That's more representative of what he's about. Even his Disruptive Mail, I personally think his shit was superior to most of these game dudes. I mean, I would actually buy that brand if I ever had the opportunity to. And it didn't go, it happens. And I get that people want to lean on this one thing. I get that, but like I said before, man, y'all are really showing me a lot when y'all let certain shit go. And then it's not even like it happened in the past and it's not happening now. It's constantly happening. Like, people are just letting motherfuckers just come in here and just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Have some self-fucking respect. Like, straight up. I don't give a fuck how many subscribers somebody has. Period. I don't. At the end of the day, we're all men here, or at least so we say. And a lot of I mean, for real, I mean, and these will be the main motherfuckers that if you sit there and you try to use money against them, they'll I fuck your bitch and da da da. These will be the main ones that'll try to. These niggas respect YouTube subscribers more than they respect money. Somebody that's made money. They'll try to dismiss that shit, but like on YouTube, somehow that gives somebody some kind of credibility. And look, I got respect for the work that it took for people to create channels. And I'm not even talking about huge channels, man. I'm talking about even 10,000. I'm talking about 8. Like, I understand that. And the consistency, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, y'all are letting motherfuckers off the hook. The same motherfuckers that want to say that Kevin should not be without question, which I could care less. The algorithm actually really encourages you to talk shit about Kevin. So if y'all got something to say, I mean, definitely say it. But that's not what it is. What it is people are getting the pushback and they don't like it. Because people are seeing that the message is getting out and Kevin just happens to be the dude pushing it. Now, granted, when people start talking shit like Kevin's the one and he's the savior, I push back against that. I say, okay, now you niggas are being ridiculous. And Kevin has been mad at me for before. Because when we were going knee deep into that marriage shit. He's the same person now that he was then. And I stood on what I said then, and I was cool with him then. I let him say the shit about, basically the elitist shit that he wanted to pull on me. I let him have that, because whatever. Yeah, that's what BGS said. He is a shock jock. And look, man, there's a place for that. But my thing is, the biggest issue I have with Tommy is Tommy does not respect us. Tommy sees us as Tommy wants to look at us like we are less than. And I don't like no nigga that believes that. I really don't. I really don't. And not somebody, and people will say, well, Kevin's kind of like that too. No, yeah, but Kevin keeps that to himself, though, for the most part. And a lot of the same shit y'all are wanting to get on Kevin about, he don't represent the average brother, all that, like as if Tommy does. Tommy thinks he's better than us. And he's not. And he's really not. He's honestly not. And this bull, he paved the way. Please. This information was out here. Somebody would have did it. This nigga didn't invent the light bulb. That nigga didn't invent electricity. He ain't Tesla. He ain't shit. Motherfucking invented, I forget his name. Fucking invented the light bulb, really didn't invent the light bulb. That shit was Tesla, actually. But who ended up getting the company? This idea this idea that black men, and my thing is, the reason why I think a lot of y'all lean on that so hard is because y'all ain't really got nothing else to say. That allows you all to cover up a lot of the bullshit. So you all lean on that so hard. And true, like y'all lean on that so fucking hard. As if this nigga, everybody that comes through, especially since the 2.0 days, everybody didn't find the manosphere through him. Like, as far as when we got started up, everybody brought their own shit to it to a certain extent. And it's just like y'all, and here's the thing. I just want this answer. So what do we owe this nigga if he created everything? And niggas don't want to say shit. Well, nigga, you need to because that ain't what you y'all talking about ain't what he looking for. Talk about we're gremlins that bred off. Hey, nigga, shut the fuck up. Motherfucker, can't believe a nigga that was so excited to have a dude that was so excited to have a motherfucking WWF belt on wearing that shit like it was first time he ever been to a goddamn WWE ring with that DJ Vlad, and you got a fucking nerve to try to talk down to us. That shit, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I meant exactly what I said about that building shit. That type of shit makes me really want to invest in this space to fucking overwhelm motherfuckers like that. I'm gonna tell you something. The one thing that I would love to do to some of y'all motherfuckers for real is I would love to fade out of this space and then start popping up other channels and make their ass grow past some of y'all just to piss y'all the fuck off. And y'all won't even know why it's happening. I would love to do that. To take some people like Nameless, for example, or others, and make their ass go past some of y'all just so y'all could get mad and y'all could be aggravated. Because this is some shit that y'all shouldn't even be mad at. And see, that's the closest thing to a troll that I'd ever get. Because when I find that this shit that you really shouldn't be upset about, I'm the type of person that I like to overwhelmingly aggravate that wound just to show you how fucking futile that shit is to have it. But like I said before, man, I know we're better than him. And the reality is, the biggest reason why that shit we're not even where we really should be, take Kevin out of it, is because a lot of y'all are too busy arguing with each other rather than actually building. A lot of you all you all are attention whores. You need attention. Attention is effeminate. Men are not supposed to crave attention like that. Men are supposed to crave power. And if it's ever a choice between power and attention, power is supposed to take precedent. Because attention don't mean shit. But see, this is that pastor bullshit. This is that Umar Hotep bullshit. And the attention is from the niggas one is from the bitches. The power is supposed to matter. And that comes with influence. Attention is some shit you thought, and see, this is something that other groups understand. You know, you want to know what a white dude looks like that care more about attention and power? Johnny Manziel. And look how that ended up. Johnny Manziel. Flame the fuck out. That shit is not a good look on other groups, but black men, it is expected that we do that. And it is what it is. I mean, look, I don't give a fuck about what y'all do. I really don't. And I mean just in this space. I honestly don't. But why are you talking about it then? When I say I don't give a fuck, I mean it's really of no consequence. Because YouTube is going to do what YouTube does. And you all either learn how to operate outside of that or you don't. And then if you don't, then motherfuckers are just going to be forever getting mad about who the algorithm decides that's new. Because the algorithm tends to reset itself and it focuses on newer people. I mean, I know about 10 channels of dudes that are coming up. And they're coming up in a similar way as the Poor Man's Podcast. And I'm not even going to mention them because you got motherfuckers that like to reach out to smaller channels to prey on them. You know, you got motherfuckers that you got a lot of different shit going on in some goofy ass shit. But they are growing. And they're not just growing by talking about Kevin, although their better videos do perform with Kevin. But they, it's a couple of Poor Man's is just the one that's bigger. But there's like about 10 that I've seen. And I'm talking about between men and women, but seven of those are men. So the space is growing. It's just a matter of, is the Black Manosphere franchise is going to grow with it? Or a nigga's going to be too much in love with that gossipy shit. But that is what it is. But no, man, I meant exactly what I said, man. I did. And some of y'all are going to have to make a choice. Yeah, y'all really are. Are y'all really down for what we're trying to do, or are y'all wanting to gas up another motherfucker? And I'm not saying you gotta disavow anybody, but what I'm saying is that if you're giving somebody respect, then he owes you respect. I promise you that most of y'all that make videos supporting that nigga, if he put y'all on a platform, he would basically play y'all ass too today, knowing what I said and knowing what was out there. Because some people just can't help being who they are. We know this with black women, and this is true for black men. Even a lot of us in this space. You just like, I can't help but talk a lot. Some of y'all can't help but fall out with motherfuckers. Like, it's just, some of y'all can't help out but create shit. It just is what it is. Now, that's the first thing. That's the first thing I want to pop off about. The second thing I want to pop, make sure I get them likes up. The second thing I want to pop off about is this echo chamber bullshit. You know, I love these stupid ass arguments. You know, echo chamber, tonality, somebody's gay. This is the shit that black people say where they say, you know what? It's time to play low IQ games. Because we just got to emotionalize the way around it. And I'm talking about black men, mainly. The echo, like, one of the things that Randy kept saying was, well, you know, this is not an echo chamber over here, and blah, blah. Now, he didn't mean that to be a dig at the man. He didn't mean none of that. He didn't mean none of that. I've heard that before. And it's like, people have the, oh, well, this is not an echo chamber here, and blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, you know, I tell it like it is, and if you want to say, if somebody wants to say, well, you're just an echo chamber, then take your ass on. Like, for real, take your ass on. Go, because most of the people that want to say, well, I just don't like the Kevin Samuels echo chamber. No, you just prefer the anti-Kevin Samuels echo chamber. Because anybody that says that, what I would then ask them, I would love to bring any of them up and say, okay, so give me some points. Give me some things about Kevin that you don't like and you think you can do better. I'm curious. Let's see what you got. And this is not about me saying that to just jump on somebody and say you're wrong. I just want to care. And what you're going to find is the shit that they say is going to be shit that's repeated. I already told you what Ryan Davis said. And he had some good points, but what you're going to do is repeat like an echo chamber of other stuff. The tonality, the harsh, the echo chamber. You're going to do the same shit. I bet you that it's not some shit that you've actually put some thought into. I'm not saying you have to come up with something original, but what I'm saying is I could tell by how somebody says something that they're just kind of repeating what somebody else said. And they're not really having their own thought. This is why Kevin asked, how much of the content have you watched? You know, shout out, what's up, Greg? You know, like I've said, there's people, like, there's a lot of opportunities to kind of expand upon what Kevin said or have disagreements on what Kevin says. But it's cool to be in an echo chamber when it's somebody you like, but when it's somebody you don't like, it's not. And that just kills me, man. That kills me. Oh, well, y'all just a Kevin echo chamber. Okay, so give me your top 3 YouTubers. Well, they don't want to say it at that point, because now it's time to stand on some shit. Because that tells me a lot about you. So they want to think about it then. Oh, it's just an echo chamber. Well, what's the echo chamber? Like, the manosphere? The like, shit, about 40% of motherfuckers in the sphere don't even like Kevin like that. A lot of them because of marriage. They don't like Kevin just off the 2 things. The street shit, that he ain't really their idea of what a black man should be, representation. That's really what a lot of it is. And then the marriage shit. Kevin has always had heat in the manosphere, just like everybody else. It's just now you got all these people that subscribe to his channel, and even now it's not an echo chamber. People really act like the people that hate Kevin are not louder than the people that support him. Where's the echo chamber? Because everywhere I go, I hear Kevin ain't shit. For the most part. I'm hearing 75% Kevin ain't shit, 25% people really caping for him, and then a lot of but a lot of people are quiet. They're quietly supporting, quietly watching. Most of the people that call don't support him like that or don't agree, because that's what he calls for. The loudest, most obnoxious people, for the most part, are the people that don't like Kevin. And that's one of the biggest things I disagree with Ryan, because Ryan will try to make it seem like those people are reacting to some shit. And I'm not bullshit, because you ain't here. You don't know what the fuck we deal with. Kevin's like the shit you see. He's not the shit that's been going on the whole time. So, you know, that's just another deflection, man. It really is. You know, we know a lot of these folks don't think for themselves. I mean, you see it even in the Tommy commentary that I had. You know, a lot of them, that's an echo chamber. And you've had people come on my shit and they tell me, they know what the fuck is up. But they sit there and they want to play this, well, he got here first, so that means everything. And I'm like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, you really believe that this shit wouldn't exist if he didn't do what he did at the time that he did it? Like, okay, name me another niche. Like, are you serious? Like, that makes no sense to me. Like I said, you would have got the light bulb from Tesla. If it wouldn't have been for other dude to forget, like come on, man. Like, are we serious? And that shit just that shit annoys me, man. It just does, because these will be the same niggas that got something to say about all the other 1.0 niggas. So fuck every last 1.0 nigga, because they wouldn't do what they do if it wasn't for that nigga. Ooh. What the fuck? Yo, I gotta get to the house. These motherfuckers are wilding out. Nigga, this is an accident waiting to happen the way these motherfuckers are acting. And you know what? I forgot. Oh my God. You know, that ain't even why me running my mouth, I forgot completely why the fuck I even left. I was actually gonna get something to eat. I mean, exactly. And that's y'all fault. Anybody he disrespects, that's y'all dumbass fault. Because y'all volunteered for that bullshit. Fucking clout chasing. Stop clout chasing. Fucking, y'all, just like motherfuckers, that they sit there, they want to do the groupie shit, then they get played, now they want to pull a Me Too on a nigga because they didn't get what they wanted to get out of the deal. Fucking clout chasing. Anyway, let's see what y'all talking about. Said it wouldn't be Andy. Don't worry, that's gonna be fixed soon enough. Ain't no light skin roadways. No, I ain't got a strap. Not right now. What's up, Marty? Yeah, I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? Yeah, I mean, don't even get me started on that. You're right, and I don't get it. Like, don't get me started. Man, but see, and it's funny because people will ask, well, why do women go on Kevin's shit and knowing what they about to get? It's the same question I can ask them to y'all niggas. Them niggas, and you know, some of them, they go in there and get fucking flogged. I'm like, why? I get it. I mean, the view, I mean, is the views worth it? No. Fuck that shit. Like, I don't even know why y'all do that shit. Y'all, like, oh my God. There's other ways to grow on YouTube, yo. All right, well, if y'all want to go watch it, I mean, I respect that. Like, I don't want to see it in real time. I want to be able to go and play it at multiple playback speed. I mean, I get it. Bernard isn't as seasoned. I'm not talking about Bernard because Bernard really doesn't know. Bernard isn't like planted enough to kind of know. Like, I get why Bernard isn't doing why he's doing what he's doing. Bernard is not who I'm talking about. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna keep bringing it up. I'm bringing it up now because people wanted me to elaborate on what I was talking about, so I'm elaborating on it. But a lot of this shit is shit I say in my Telegram, in my group Telegram, just to get it off my chest. But even Tommy, I don't mention that in there. But like, whatever. I hope Kevin abandons. I mean, Kevin doesn't need to abandon the manosphere. Why? He's already like way past it in another orbit, so it doesn't matter. Exactly, Bandit. And I like it's not worth it, yo. It's not. I mean, I get, and it's like for what? And see, the thing about it is, a lot of these dudes, if it was what you call it, pop, and he had his opportunity where he almost did. I thought he was gonna go on the Breakfast Club, but see, I'm gonna tell you something. DJ Envy and all them motherfuckers, they see quote unquote YouTubians as a fucking. They see us as rivals. They see Jason Black would call that the quote unquote new black media, even though he don't like us either. They see its rivals. And that's why you can't come together because you got too many motherfuckers that they want all the shit. And I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. Well, fantastic. You know how fantastic is. Fantastic ain't gonna bend the knee for no motherfucker. You know. Fantastic, you know how fantastic is. For better or worse, he ain't bending the knee for shit. This is where a guy like Fantastic comes in handy. And see, this is where, he fucking up coming to our shit because, like, real fucking talk, when you come to our shit, you can't just kill the stream. You got to stay there because here's the thing. Let's say he did go, Fantastic just decided to empty the clip on his ass just to do it. And then Tommy left. Well, then Fantastic will win that shit. So when you come to our shit, you run that risk a little bit. Because if you just leave because you mad, well, you already know who wins that round. The irony of dudes that are mad at high value men and him talking is basically telling them the level dudes those women should go for is the men that's. I mean, I don't know, man. The thing about it is, the problem is, we all know that the real issue is black women don't really respect black men by default. So a high value man is an average man. But you're dealing with people that they don't really want to deal with that reality, and they're going to focus on what they see in front of them, and that's fine. That's why it is what it is. Well, I'm not, my problem is I don't have issues really with Pookies and Ray Rays. I don't have issues with them getting pussy. The problem that I have is when they try to act like the hood by default or the black community should be that by default, and then actually expect to have a decent black community. Like you actually care about what the black community is. No, you're just trying to galvanize power based on what it already is. And a lot of dudes romanticize that. That's why when dudes start talking about, yeah, man, we the real niggas. Okay, well you can be the real niggas over there, and then I'm gonna be the square nigga where I'm at. And then I don't want to hear nothing about what motherfuckers need to do because y'all got it. And it's not really about him. It's really about us. All right, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know what's up. I'm gonna let y'all go so y'all can go ahead and check that interview out. I appreciate y'all sticking around. So with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.